You've probably seen some videos that tell you exactly what to do in Da Nang, but most of these YouTubers are just passing through. I've been living in Da Nang for 2 years already, so today I'm going to talk about a bunch of things to do here that you probably haven't heard so much about, and also some of the popular touristy spots that are actually worth your time. So my buddy Zach was just visiting for about 6 weeks. I'll show you a lot of the things that we did each day, maybe give you some new ideas for things you can do while you're here. One of the most underrated parts of Da Nang is called Son Cha Peninsula. And if you're gonna do one thing besides chill on the beach, I would say rent a motorbike and cruise out to the end of the peninsula. It's only about a 15-minute drive from the main beach in Da Nang. You just follow the beach road towards the mountains and the Lady Buddha. You quickly get rewarded with some really good views. You can easily spend an entire day out there. Just as you get started going up the mountain, there's a really popular spot called Son Cha Marina. It's got this Santorini, Greece kind of vibe to it. It's really touristy, but it's a decent spot to grab a coffee or a bite to eat, take a couple pictures, and then get back on the road. Then you'll hit the Lady Buddha, which is actually really cool. It's definitely worth a quick pit stop. The statue itself is way bigger when you get right up underneath it. Just past the Lady Buddha is one of my favorite hidden beach spots. It's a little spot called Ka Chuan. This used to be a fancy resort, but now it's abandoned. So it's kind of cool to walk around and explore the old villas, and there's an empty pool there right on the beach. You can imagine this would have been a really badass spot back in the day. So I'm actually really curious what happened. So now they've turned one section of it into kind of a glamping spot. They got a little bar set up, but anybody can show up and order drinks and sit by the beach for a while. There's hardly anybody there. Now, after you've checked out the beaches, you want to keep going all the way to the end of the road. You'll eventually hit the Intercontinental Hotel, and you can't go any further than that. But there's some more really awesome views overlooking the mountains and the water. And there's a bunch of monkeys roaming around back there that you can kind of hang out with. You probably shouldn't feed them. They might get a little bit aggressive. Another thing you've got to check out is the Son Cha Night Market, especially on a weekend night so you can catch the Dragon Bridge Fire Show. It's the best night market in town. You can buy tons of cheap souvenirs to take back home. They've got a lot of really good food, especially lobster combos. It's super fresh. You can have it cooked up any way you want. A couple beers and lobster at the night market is the way to go. The Dragon Bridge show starts at 9 p.m. every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Make sure you get there about 8:45 so you can get a good spot. It's going to be packed every night. If you're a coffee drinker, Vietnam is going to be paradise for you. There's cool little coffee shops scattered everywhere around the city, so you really can't go wrong. But if you're in the An Thuong area, one of my favorite local go-tos is Masa Cafe. They have the best avocado coffee in town. I know it sounds a little bit funky, but trust me on this one and give it a try. Over on the city side, there's another spot called Nia Coffee. It's got a really big outdoor area with koi ponds and waterfalls. Really great place to chill out for a while. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think most people are too rushed when they're traveling. You shouldn't feel bad about relaxing by the beach and having a couple beers. Now, there's a lot of good spots to drink, but there's two spots I really recommend along the main beach in Da Nang, and the first one is Paradise Beach Bar. Super cheap pints of beer. You can't beat the prices. There's not too many places in the world you can be sat by the beach having a pint of beer for about $1.50. Another little bit more upscale place is called Nautica Beach Club, and this one is inside the Premier Village Resort, but anybody's allowed to go in and use the beach club. Super fancy, really nice swimming pool, good food and drinks. You do have to pay an entrance fee of about $350K, but it goes towards your total bill. So prices here are gonna be a little bit more expensive than more local joints, but I think it's worth it to splurge for one day. You've probably heard of a town called Hoi An. It's the most popular place to visit in Vietnam, and it's just 30 minutes down the road from Da Nang. I think most people make a mistake by staying in Hoi An too long. I think it's only good for 2 or 3 nights max. But if you're visiting Da Nang, you've got to check it out. So Zach and my girlfriend Luana and I drove down and spent the day there. The first spot we checked out is one of my favorite cocktail bars. It's out in the rice fields, a few minutes outside of the ancient town. It's called Roving Chill House. Great cocktails and great views overlooking the green rice fields. You want to go in the early evening if you can to catch the sunset. Once it gets dark, you can head to the ancient town. It's going to be lit up by lanterns. You've got the boats going down the river. This is another great area to pick up souvenirs to take home. Just make sure you haggle the prices. It's going to be packed with tourists 365 days a year, but you have to spend at least one evening here. Hoi An also has great food. Probably the best banh mi in all of Vietnam is Madame Kang's Banh Mi Shop. For just over $1, you'll have the best sandwich of your life. There's also a local specialty dish called khao lo, and this one is really hard to find anywhere outside of Hoi An, so it's a must-try dish while you're there. And speaking of food, there's unlimited good options in Da Nang as well. I took Zach to a lot of my favorite spots. I've got a custom Google map that has all of my favorite local spots for food and coffee and everything else. It's in my travel group that I'll link below the video. Banai Hills is probably the most touristy thing you can do in Da Nang, and it gets a lot of mixed reviews. But we went for a day, and I gotta say, I thought it was awesome. You take the longest cable car in the world up to the top of a mountain. There's incredible views from the famous Golden Bridge. There's plenty of rides and activities to keep you busy for the day. And if you think it's only for kids, they've got a massive brewery there, and they give you tons of free beer for some reason. So catch a buzz, walk around and enjoy yourself. Try not to overthink it too much. Hey, what's up, John?
Sorry, I didn't know if you were filming.
Yeah. No, you're good. I'm doing little sections at a time.
Nice. I saw the next meetups coming up.
Yeah, you coming out? Yeah, sweet. Should be good. Dirty Fingers.
Strengthening my hood.
Switch it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, bro, I know.
I'll see you next weekend for sure.
All right, brother.
Yeah, thanks for saying hi. I'll see you, bye. If you don't want to roast in the sun every day and you've got a little bit more time to kill, there's plenty of activities that you can do indoors as well. We tried a golf simulator, and it was the first time I'd ever hit a golf ball in my life, and I'm not bragging, but they said I was a natural. There's also the Latte Mart complex. On the top floor, they've got a bowling alley, an arcade for the kids, a movie theater. We had a great time bowling, had the entire place to ourselves. Every activity you can do is gonna be way cheaper than it is back home. I hear a lot of people saying that Da Nang is boring and you can only spend so much time by the beach. I think you just gotta be creative and look around a bit. If you got nothing better to do, you can watch my next video over here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.